Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be discussing some future mega projects that will be happening in the United States in the coming years. Basically projects that will change kind of a city, an area that cost over $1 billion. And we're going to start with one that was just confirmed yesterday, the new Buffalo Bills NFL football stadium that will be completed in 2026. It's going to cost $1.54 billion and cover approximately 1.35 million square feet. It is the biggest project in Western New York history. And again, it is opening in July of 2026 with the first game slated to be played in the fall of 2026. Pretty impressive stadium. You know, I like the design of it. It does remind me of the modern new soccer stadiums that get built in Europe. The way the roof is, kind of the overhang that will keep some of the fans from getting wet. But the biggest thing about this stadium is the fact that they decided to go with an open air look. There is no fixed roof. It is not retractable. If they wanted to go with a retractable roof type model, it would probably cost around $2.2 billion or more. So it is open air and it is coming in 2026. Next, it is the TriCounty Mall in Springdale, Ohio. This is a massive $1.3 billion redevelopment project. It is the transformation of the current TriCounty Mall, which was recently declared a dead mall, into a mix of apartments, restaurants, and retail space, recreation and educational facilities, civic space, and science, along with medical space. So this is a huge redevelopment process that is happening in Springdale, Ohio. I wanted to include this one because it is very rare for a mega project to happen in such a small city. But they are totally transforming the quote-unquote dead mall. I actually saw a video on YouTube that claimed it was a dead mall. If you guys don't know, there's a major thing happening in America. All the malls are basically losing stores. You know, all their anchor stores are closing, and they become dead malls to where they're still open, but there are so many stores that are closed inside of them. Nobody goes to them anymore because of the online shopping with Amazon and with all those taking over. The malls are becoming obsolete, and they're actually transforming this place into kind of a mixture of apartments, restaurants, retail space, different facilities, and it has a price tag of $1.3 billion in Springdale, Ohio. Again, very rare for such a big mega project to be taking place in Springdale. That is happening with construction beginning in 2023. Next, it is the Blue Oval SK Battery Park located in Glendale, Kentucky, that was recently announced with a price tag of $5.8 billion. It's a large-scale battery plant scheduled to start production in 2025. Now, construction just recently began on it. It includes 2 plants operated by the Ford SK joint venture that will produce batteries for Ford and Lincoln electric vehicles. So this is an electric vehicle plant. And of course, with a lot of people switching to electric, we're seeing more and more of these go up. This is a Ford electric plant. You can take a look at the overall design and renderings of it. And there is construction currently going on the massive area, $5.8 billion for that. Next, it is the Washington Commanders Super Stadium that will cost likely around $3 billion. It is expected to have a color-changing translucent roof, which is the first in NFL history. And apparently they're moving, or they want to move out of Landover. Now, this is just a design concept, but this is an NFL football team. The Commanders, currently, they have one of the worst stadiums in the league, and it certainly is a futuristic-looking design. Should be a fixed roof with around a $3 billion price tag. The Commanders recently went through an ownership change, and now that the new owner is in place, one of the next plans on the docket will be finalizing a spot for the new stadium, designing the new stadium, and this is what it possibly could look like, costing right around $3 billion. I would consider this possibly a super stadium in the NFL. If something wants to be considered a super stadium, it has to cost at least, I would say, $1.5 billion and have either a retractable or a fixed roof. that is some kind of like translucent type design. So that is the Commanders' design. Next, it is the new Las Vegas Athletics Stadium, which will be located in Las Vegas, Nevada, possibly being completed in 2027. It will cost roughly $1.5 billion. The capacity of it right around 32 or 33,000 people, with standing room up to around 35K. It is expected to be a dome or a retractable roof, and Las Vegas getting another sports team, not surprising with how successful the Raiders are, and their overall team value has gone up. So now it looks like MLB is coming to the desert, and that's going to be another mega project there. The next one is a 30-meter telescope. The 30-meter telescope, also known as the TMT, is one of a new class of very big telescopes that will enable humans to look further into space and study different objects with sensitivity and detail like never before. The TMT will provide images that are 4 times sharper than those of the upcoming James Webb Telescope and more than 12 times sharper than those of the Hubble Space Telescope. The dome will have a total diameter of 66 meters and a height of 55 meters, which is equal to the height of an 18-story structure. Within a 5-acre complex, the structure's overall area is expected to be 1.4 acres. So this is a huge new telescope that will be located in Hawaii on a dormant volcano that will cost around $2.4 billion. And apparently there are protests right now based on where the new telescope will be located within Hawaii. And there's also been a delay on the construction of the new massive telescope, according to officials, because of the pandemic. And an exact date has not been announced on when they will begin construction on the massive TMT telescope. Next, it is the MSG Sphere Las Vegas, which is a resort in Vegas currently building a gigantic music and entertainment stadium. The outrageous construction project, which will be built like a sphere, started in 2019 and is anticipated to be finished in the second half of 2023, so relatively soon it should be completed. The anticipated cost will be right around $2 billion. The MSG Sphere is anticipated to grow to be the largest spherical constructed in the world when it is finished. It will be a groundbreaking new entertainment facility that is 336 feet tall, 516 feet wide, and can hold up to 20,000 spectators standing up, or right around 17,000 people seated, in addition to 23 VIP suites. So that is the construction on the steel-domed roof will be the most challenging aspect of the project, and you can see it currently is being built and it almost is complete. Very intriguing project right there. I didn't even know that was happening, but that is something that is coming in Vegas. That's another mega project. And then the final one, it is the new Tennessee Titans Stadium that is scheduled to be completed in 2026. Very similar to the Buffalo Bills one, except this is a domed look. You can see it's got a fixed roof that does allow natural light to come into it, more of a translucent type thing, similar to SoFi Stadium and Allegiant Stadium, which are two of the newer super stadiums in the NFL. It might cost a little bit more due to the roof. Right around $2 billion is the current cost estimate, and that is scheduled to be complete again in 2026 with a capacity right around 60,000 people. The roof will allow Nashville to possibly host other events year-round, major concerts, along with possibly Final Fours and maybe even the Super Bowl. But guys, that is going to do it for this video on future mega projects happening within the United States. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.